Hello, this is Dr. Kavian Melani with Virginia Medical Update. As you know, there is a particular challenge in our daily life in the modern society as to how to achieve happiness and how to have a positive approach to life and how to try to put aside negativity or even neutrality, because positive thinking and positive brains obviously do have an advantage in terms of how well people do. Traditionally, people thought that they should work hard and work harder and achieve, and then they will be happy. Well, modern psychology and modern theorists have actually challenged this age-old myth. The new thinking is different. At this point, the leading theorists believe that actually this is reversed, meaning that people that are positive and people that are happy are able to achieve more. And it's not that success and happiness follow each other, but it is that happy people become successful and are able to achieve and are able to do more. In general, the modern society is set up that, for example, a person who goes to school or then goes to college and works hard and gets a degree and then basically will try to have a professional life, for example, and then will be happy. The modern theorists, again, have refashioned this old thinking. In the modern way of doing things, the idea is that happiness is the pivot and happiness is the basis for success in other phases of life. One of the leading books in this way of thinking is a book called The Happiness Advantage by Shawn Achor. And I will take the next few minutes to introduce this book. This book was written by Professor Shawn Achor of Harvard University. The Happiness Advantage is the result of his work with Harvard University students for 10 years, looking at things that create success in these highly achieving students. It turns out that, in general, a school like Harvard attracts some of the best young minds in the country. And when these kids go there, obviously, before that, they were in the top 1% of any school that they were at. And now all of a sudden, about half of them are below the median line. So what makes a difference in terms of who is able to achieve more and who can be more successful at such a highly competitive institution? Dr. Shawn Achor has studied this issue at length. And one of the most popular courses at Harvard University is the course that he teaches called the Happiness course. It turns out that success really depends on a happy and an achieving mindset. We all live in a world that is basically, in a sense, rush. We're rushing from event to event, from appointment to appointment, from class to class, from point A to point B. And the result is that we live in a highly stressed environment. The Happiness Advantage is a really remarkable book, and I believe it will revolutionize the way psychology is practiced and the way people can begin to help themselves, in a sense that it really begins to reorganize the way we think about modern life. And the things that the book brings out are amazing. There are multiple studies that it will be very inaccessible to most of the readership of the book, yet over years, he has managed to accumulate all these studies. What is the role of meditation? What is the role of yoga? What is the role of exercise? What is the role of reading? What is, for example, a way to break out of bad habits and create new habits? How can we actually change our social reality from a negative one to a positive one? How can we begin to rewire the way we think about things and to begin to see things in a positive way that does by itself lead to more success and to more happiness? I've enjoyed the book a lot, and it is my #1 recommended book at this point for the audience, for the people who want to begin to make better sense of how to transition themselves from a negative way of thinking to a more positive way of thinking. Thank you.